Okay, we recorded. We recorded. Change it to this one. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I totally forgot that I was supposed to record this. My bad. Hee hee. Now we're good. Pretend you heard nothing. Welcome to the meeting. We just have some things to go over. Updates, brainstorms, updates, tips, and strategies. What are SMART goals? Because I know there were some people who didn't know what SMART goals were. And then that's something obviously we want to focus on. So we're going to go over that a little more in depth as well. And then if time allows, because I don't want to take up too much of you guys this time, we have some venting time, which will be good. We all need a little venting in our lives, right? But first, updates. In case you missed it, make sure you've got your volume on here. Make sure you got your volume on, guys. Maybe not too loud, but make sure you got it on.
I hear nothing.
Can't hear anything.
Oh
yeah.
my goodness. Oh my
I was
goodness.
like, wait.
Oh, pause. Dang it. Hold on. Why is it not sharing the volume?
I thought it was
I
just
thought it
me,
was
and I didn't
just
want to be
me.
weird.
Yeah. I know. I'm getting.
Wait, am I muted?
It's Carl's sister's birthday, so I'm getting ready, and I'm like, I don't know if this is just me because I'm doing a million things.
Can you hear it
There
now?
it is.
There we go.
Yes.
Okay.
Shadows at the door, 5, 6, join us, 7, 8, it's time to create, 9, 10, rise again.
Mila Tequila, you have been summoned.
Nila Tequila, welcome to the leadership team. But wait, there's more.
One, two, we're looking for you. 3, 4, shadows at the door. 5, 6, join us. 7, 8, it's time to create. 9, 10, rise again.
Jessa Rose Games, you have been summoned.
Jessa, welcome to the leadership team. But wait, there's more and it's kind of tanky.
One, two, we're looking for you. 3, 4, shadows at the door. 5, 6, join us. 7, 8, it's time to create. 9, 10, rise again.
Baba Ganoush, you have been summoned.
Baba Ganoush Lee Charms, welcome to the leadership team. We do have a couple new members of our leadership team, so congratulations and welcome to the leadership team, Nila Tequila, Jessa Rose Games, and Baba Ganoush Lee Charms. So big round of applause to our new leaders. As you guys know, or might have seen, we talked about how leadership is a rotating, revolving door for us. So as you know, everybody's goals and plans and everything change. We want our leadership to also have the ability to change and revolve as well. So welcome to the team, guys. We're happy to have you, and it's an exciting thing for everyone. So thank you for your leadership. Thank you for joining us, and it's gonna be awesome to see the team grow and see all of us work together. Yay! More updates for our terrors. We do still have one pending interview that we're trying to figure out a date for. And one person we're looking at wanting to interview here soon. What is that emote? It's a great emote is what it is. But overall, applications are kind of on hold right now. However, that doesn't mean you can't endorse someone as we put applications and endorsements into the section for applications and endorsements. Please continue to take a look at those people, review them, put comments into that section on how you think people will fit into the team. So that way when it does come time to vote yes or no, it doesn't feel as daunting of a task to do so. Please continue to do that. Because I don't want you guys to feel overwhelmed when it does come time to do that. Because we do still have people applying. We're not going to, keep the application period as like only just a short period of time for people to apply. It's an open application, kind of like a business. People can apply anytime. It doesn't mean we're always hiring, but people can apply literally anytime. You can endorse people anytime. And then as we feel ready to take people on, then we might start interviewing people, if that makes sense. And if you guys ever have any questions, or if you feel like, I really, really, really love this person and I think we should take them on right now, without hesitation, absolutely feel free to say so. Absolutely feel free to say so. And we can talk about it. This is a team and we all have a voice, and I want everybody to feel like their voice is always heard. So, also, if you have any ideas or requests for brands, developers, people you personally want to work with, or people you think we as a team or multiple people on the team could work with, please reach out, let us know, put it into the suggestions. If you also have suggestions for workshops, please let us know. If we don't have an expert on the team who can run those workshops, we're happy to find an expert outside of the team that we can bring in to run those workshops. So like we've done the Steam Deck workshops, we could do an OBS, we can do any kinds of those. Anything that you think might be good for the team, for yourself, let us know. Let us know. What do you want? What do you need? What do you need to hear about? We can definitely try to put those together. The hardest thing is always going to be finding a time that works for most people, but that's why we try to record them as well. That would be great, Broken. That would be great, but I don't know. We could try. It's always worth a try, right? Please remember to keep your section of the media kit up to date. So I would say once a month, put a little reminder on your calendar, go into the media kit, update your numbers, update your information. If you've got new photos, drop them in there. If you've partnered with anybody new, update that information as well. You always want to make sure your media kit info is as up to date as possible, because as we are reaching out to people and sharing that information, we want to make sure we are sharing the most up-to-date information with people as we possibly can, right? It would also be nice to have and host 2 to 3 stream events from the Nightmare Network stream team page per month. That's something that we want to look at doing. So if you would like to host something specifically, or if you have any ideas for things to host, also let us know. I know I was thinking about doing that like Phasmophobia sabotage event from there. I think that would be kind of fun. But also separately from that, it doesn't have to be something public. If you want to set up a game night, a movie night, anything else, anytime, you can. It doesn't have to be public. It doesn't have to be on the Nightmare Network page. You can just set it up. You can just set it up. Everybody has access to put an event on the events. Everybody also has access to plan an event. This is a team, and like I said, we all have a voice. So please feel free to plan something if you want to. I would love to. That would be awesome. That would be really awesome. I think that would be a lot of fun, Bubba. Repo game for community. That would be a lot of fun. That would be a lot of fun. I would so be down for that. I'd so be down for that. If you missed the new Get Involved section in Discord, check it out. It's super helpful. Super helpful. And if you're an older terror, we have some cool new onboarding docs for the new terrors that even older terrors might find helpful. I did link them in this document, and I will share this with everybody. So you'll all have access to this, and you'll be able to click these little links here. That will, take you to those documents as well. So even if you're an older terror, you'll be able to see those onboarding documents and go through them. So whether or not you started with those, you can take a look through it and be able to have access to them. I thought that might be useful for you guys. Also, Grace and Silver have been working on another cool way to get involved called the Party Goers. Just out of curiosity, anybody here familiar with that term? And not like on a just normal, I'm going to a party level? Before I hit next. Go on. Neela. Neela. All right. M. Hermit doesn't party. Please. Please. You're too hot not to party, ma'am. Take it away, Grace.
All right, well, I can't take credit for this name because I was going to come up with something lame like terror or something related. But Silver came up with this amazing name called Partygoers. It's from the Backrooms, which that's why I didn't think of it because that game terrifies me. But this is an image of what the partygoer is. Oh, you love the backroom things? Well, you're going to love this, hopefully, maybe. But the Partygoers is a new committee that we are hoping that people will want to be a participant in and, kind of do cool things with. But it is a twisted and welcoming force for events, engagement, and community connection. So kind of like the purpose and role is like event planning with a nightmarish twist. It's inspired by the backroom partygoers, and it's just to have like a mix of fun, horror, and chaos. Activities would be like game nights, virtual scavenger hunts, team building, icebreakers, stuff like that. So like that way when we have like new people coming in and we don't know them quite yet, party goers could step in and be like, hey, we're gonna put together like these events, and you guys should come and meet some of the not old because we're not old, but like I don't know what's a better term for that. Brain's not braining, but meet some of the night terrors as you are little night terrors. Senior, elderly. No, not that, guys. But anyways, but kind of like a welcome wagon for the little night terrors or the little nightmares while they're, in that phase. So that way it would encourage some like community bonding and community building while they are getting to know us. So that way it's not so quiet and we're like wondering like, hey, do they like us? They're not talking. It would encourage them to come out of their shell a little bit in a less intimidating way instead of just like throwing them into our server, which is amazing and has all this stuff going on. Plus, we want to schedule with accessibility in mind. Like right now, so many of us have like eldritch horrors. You guys stop. A lot of us have different schedules, so the party goers can schedule with that in mind. So it would be like, there'd be day parties, night parties, afternoon parties, and by party, I just mean like activities, things going on. Um, so it would be consisting of like, personally reaching out to introduce them to the community, answer questions, encourage participation, organize, welcome nights, welcome days with games, movies, and icebreakers, community engagement and retention, and kind of check in on them. Like if they're quiet, and they haven't been active during their 2-week initiation period, maybe reach out and say like, hey, how's it going? We noticed that you haven't participated in anything. Is everything going okay? Is there anything that we can do to better make this a positive experience for you? Like just kind of feel out the vibe, because I know when things get busy, some of us forget to reach out to the new night terrors. So this could be a committee that this should be no surprise, but I'm interested in doing this. Yes, please. But yeah, I feel like I'm rambling, but you guys kind of get it. And then what Silver had mentioned is that she can take this image here and she can, whoever wants to be on this committee, she can make like each individual graphics for us that have like our characters or our faces in this. So that way we can have like party goer graphics for ourselves. So I thought it was really cool. And anybody who wants to be a part of this, we'll form like a little committee. We'll do some cool stuff and yeah, any questions at this time? Because I've been talking a lot.
This sounds like an amazing idea. I'm very excited.
Sweet. I love the
Doesn't
feedback,
seem-
guys. Thanks.
Doesn't seem like there's any questions other than what's wrong with Ramblin' from Amber the Rambler.
Well, nothing's wrong with it. You just get a little self-conscious.
Oh goodness! Listen, absolutely nothing wrong with you're with literally a bunch of rambling yappers. So I think
That's right. That's right.
I think we might need to rebrand the team as Nightmare Yappers instead of Nightmare Network. Honestly, so silent streams.
Perfect.
Imagine we none of us were allowed to yap during our streams or ramble during our streams. We all had to just not.
Ain't no way.
No way, no how. No way, no how.
Ain't no way.
No way, no how.
I think that should be a goal for Neela, personally.
I would just cry.
I think
Yeah, just make it a community goal.
Right?
Community goal.
I think if Neela and I were not allowed to yap during our streams like would be shortened and they would only be 10 minutes long.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah. We become speedrunners at that point. But oh, no talking. Okay. Speedrun.
Right? Speed run. Hello. That would be absurd. That would be absurd, Neela.
I can't imagine.
What would it be like finishing a game in one stream?
That'd be weird. That'd be weird.
Who would we be? We would be Mr. Spoon is who we would be.
Yes.
And even like Spoon even talks a lot and speed runs, and I don't know how he does it. Like he multitasks like a king, and I'm like, who could never be me. Thank you, Grace. Thank you for that. So, up next, let's talk about some platform updates, tips, and strategies. So, we have Twitch offering sponsorships through Stream Elements and Platform. If you guys are familiar with Stream Elements sponsorships anyway, it's literally the exact same thing. It's just offered through Twitch, which makes it a little bit more convenient. So it's quite literally the exact same sponsorships. So nothing is different about it. It's just more convenient. So there it is. Twitch is also discussing opening monetization to everyone, which basically gets rid of the affiliate program. I know that, you know, there's a lot of people who are unhappy about that. Realistically, it doesn't change anything for anybody, though, because if you are not putting in the work and showing up and doing the things that you need to do to be a good streamer, you're not going to make money anyway. So, don't feel discouraged by that, is my commentary. Don't feel discouraged by that, especially with the Plus program and everything else around it. Don't feel discouraged by it, because if you're doing what you need to do as a streamer and showing up and putting in the work, then monetization being open for everybody is not a bad thing, and it doesn't take away from you. So, Twitch also wants in 2025 more ways to edit and share clips, which should be very useful if they do it correctly. So hopefully that'll be a really good platform update. Right now, my advice is not to use the in-platform vertical editor. Make sure you're editing outside of the platform for that. And we will hopefully be having some lessons here soon, some workshopping here soon on some of the best ways to do that. But when
Can I ask why not doing it in there?
because it's trash, mostly.
Oh. Okay.
Mostly because it's trash. There's way better ways to do it. And we'll be having some workshopping here soon on some much better ways to do it. That will help you not only with the visual aspect of it, but with getting exposure on other platforms. And we'll be having those workshops here soon, hopefully. So keep an eye out for that. But hopefully Twitch will have those updates sooner in the year rather than later in the year. But you know, we'll see. We will see. I would expect at the latest probably around TwitchCon. Usually that's when they have a lot of their big announcements come out. Usually, but we'll see. Twitch is also looking toward encouraging vertical live streaming alongside their traditional horizontal live streaming, which means that all of us are going to need some stronger PCs, because if you're anything like me, you are already multi-streaming to multiple platforms, Twitch, YouTube, and that already eats up a lot of CPU, GPU, things like that. If you're going to also have to, you know, stream in vertical to Twitch at the same time, that's going to eat up even more. So, yeah, let's maybe save some money if we can. I don't know how we're gonna do that, but sponsor us NVIDIA, right? So, yep, we're all gonna need some stronger PCs. Our PCs need to start working out, going to the gym, something. I don't know. I love the idea of monetization for everyone, but I also love the fact that getting affiliate is such a wonderful achievement. If they kind of get rid of affiliate, I feel as though there should be another step besides just baby streamer affiliate partner. Well, I mean, they do have, like I said, the Plus program, and I think that's available for everybody. So It's not just for partners. So you should be able to do that even as affiliate. Was my understanding and what I was reading. You should be able to get a higher percentage. So, unless I misread something. So that would be your yeah. There you go. Yeah, the plus thing is available to so then the PP growth would be what your achievement would be. But then that's also where it's important for individuals to understand how to set their own goals along the way too. It's important for individuals to learn that, not to have external validation from Twitch itself, but to learn how to set your own goals. So, which is something we'll talk about today too. And then outside of Twitch, Meta, so Instagram, Facebook, owns the world, is integrating a lot of AI into a lot of stuff it's doing. So that's something to really be aware of and just kind of pay attention to. So if you're on Meta, you're utilizing its platforms, just keep an eye on that. The other platforms, there's not been a lot of change. We know Blue Sky is doing its thing. Don't know if it's going to continue to grow, if it's going to fizzle out. We'll see. Twitter is still twittering. You're not on Blue Sky. I would recommend at least getting your name on Blue Sky. Spooky. I would recommend it. Whether or not, like I said, it continues to grow or it doesn't, at least get your name. That's always my recommendation. I don't ever want to tell people to spread yourself thin and post on all the platforms and do all the things, because you shouldn't. You don't need to be everywhere all the time, ever. But when platforms come out, grab your name at minimum. Grab your name before somebody else can. Do one post of who you are and where people can find you and leave it at that. But that's it. That's all you need to do. Grab your name, one post, who you are, where people can find you. Put your picture on there with a little bio. Leave it at that. Yeah. Anyone else have any news to share? Any news, platform updates, any tips, strategies that they've heard of that are recent for any of the platforms? You can put it in the chat or you can come off mute. Either way is fine. No news, but TikTok and YouTube views be weird recently. They be kind of all over the place recently, right? Kind of all over the place recently, I feel. I don't think anything is ever like super expected with any of them. Like you could get, thousands of views on one video and then the next video it's like 600. It's kind of crazy. Even Instagram is that way lately too. It's kind of crazy.
I think we're in a period of algorithm growth / AI learning.
Yeah, I agree.
So like I think like, because like they just did a release on X that said like Grok is now learn so much that you don't need to use hashtags in your posts anymore. Please don't use them, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I still use them now and then.
Yeah, I still use them. I think you should still use them. At least a couple.
Right. Right. Yeah. But I think, I think AI everywhere is in a period of learning. And in that period, it's making the algorithms just like a little wonky right now.
Yeah. And you're totally fine, Pizza. Don't even worry. Don't even worry. It's weird and can feel discouraging, but no, it's like that for a lot of absolutely. 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 Grok is sus to me. Grok is sus. Grok is totally sus, and not the
Yeah, I
good
don't use
sussy
it.
kind of sus, but like
Yeah.
the sus, you know? YouTube is either 10K views or 20. Exactly. Exactly. You're totally right.
I
Good
also don't like how
job,
YouTube
Spooky.
Shorts people can like dislike your videos. That makes me so sad.
I know. But hey, disliking is still interaction. That's how I view it. I'm like, you interacted with it. Thank you.
True, true.
Even like, you know, when people leave a negative comment on something, I'm like, you interacted with me. Thanks. You took the time to engage with me. Wow. You must like me. So, I hate when I go like and it hits dislike. I'm like, please. Why do social media apps immediately suggest Mark Cuban and Elon Musk posts when you first sign up? What does that say about you, Spooky? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Oh my god. I'm kidding. All right. Well, you know, not a lot of huge updates. We're kind of in a we'll see what happens phase, but if anything comes up, obviously, we'll keep you guys posted. Is there a Nightmare Network starter pack list for Blue Sky? No, because I don't know how to do those. If anybody knows how to do that and would like to start one for the Nightmare Network account on Blue Sky, please do, because I am not Blue Sky savvy. Jessa, you've got it. Please do it. Please take control of that, because I'm not Blue Sky savvy. You made one for Indigi Horror. You are a beautiful, beautiful woman, but you already knew that. Beautiful woman right there. Yeah, I'm not Blue Sky savvy. I'm just there. I just make a post and scroll a little bit and go, usually. I'm more of a Threads girl. I'm more of a Threads girl than I am a Blue Sky girl. My Blue Sky, I don't know. I don't really like Blue Sky. I don't like Blue Sky. But that's just me. I'm a Threads girly. My Threads knows me. My Blue Sky doesn't. So, Threads a better vibe for me. Exactly. So, all right. I also don't like that, like, Blue Sky, you have to, like, have such long usernames. Like, why do I have to do, like, dot blue sky, dot whatever, dot blah, blah, blah. It's so long. I'll get off my soapbox. We're going to talk about SMART goals next. So, SMART goals. What are SMART goals? Smart. Exactly. Smarticles. So, SMART is an acronym, guys. It's not just smart like your brains. I'm not going to eat your brains. SMART means specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. So, when I'm asking you to make your goals and your SMART goals, this is what we want them to be: specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. So you might have one really big goal, but we want you to break down that really big, awesome goal that you have into smaller, smarter goals that are going to be more achievable for you, that will make it easier for you to reach that bigger goal along the way, and also make it so that way you don't get discouraged and you can celebrate along the way. Because what happens a lot of the time is we aim big and we have these big goals, and instead of breaking it down and having smaller goals along the way that are specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely, we reach for this massive goal and then find that we don't know what we're doing and we are taking too long to get there, and maybe we didn't have things along the way that were achievable or measurable, and now why is it taking us so long, and why is this person getting this, and why are we not there, and what are we doing wrong, and I feel like I'm failing, and I feel like I'm not good enough, and now I just want to give up. And that's not the case. Because had we had smaller goals along the way that met these criteria, we would have seen that we were on track to make that big goal. So, I can give you some examples. Why you spit taking over there, Bubba? Why you spit taking? Example 1. Streaming content creation goal. Your original goal is, I want to grow my Twitch channel. It's fine. But your SMART goal would be, I want to reach 3,000 followers on Twitch by streaming 3 times a week, promoting my streams on social media, and collaborating with other creators within the next 3 months. Do you see the difference between those two goals? One's very basic and the other is smart. It's specific. It says, I want to reach 3,000 followers on Twitch. It's measurable. It says track follower count and growth rate. It's achievable. Stream consistently, promote on social media, collaborate with others. It's relevant. It builds a strong community and helps achieve Twitch partner status. And it's time-bound, complete within 3 months. The goal, the plan to get there, exactly. Exactly. Another example, general personal development goal, because we want to help not just with streaming goals and content goals, right? We're here to help you with your personal goals too. We're a team. We're a little family. You know? General personal development goal. I want to be healthier. Sure. Your SMART goal is maybe I want to exercise 3 times a week for 30 minutes each session for the next 3 months to improve my health and energy levels. Specific. Exercise more regularly. Measurable. Log workouts each week. Achievable, workout 3 times a week for 30 minutes. Relevant, improves health and energy levels, and it's time bound. It's a 3-month time frame. Boom. Boom. Right? And additional streaming content creation SMART goals. YouTube growth. I want to reach 5,000 subscribers on YouTube by uploading 2 videos per week, promoting them on Twitter and Instagram, and engaging with my audience's comments and feedback within the next 6 months. Monetization goal. I want to reach Twitch affiliate status within 2 months by streaming 4 times a week, interacting with viewers and promoting my streams on social media platforms. Collaboration goal. I want to collaborate with 5 creators within the next 4 months by reaching out to them, planning joint streams, and creating promotional content for our collabs. These are just some more examples for you guys of what SMART goals look like. So you can use all of these, okay, as like a base for what SMART goals are. Does anybody have questions about what SMART goals are, what they look like, or why they're important before we move on? Common pitfall for me is to compare to others, which is like bullying yourself. It is. And it's hard to not compare yourself to others. And I fall into that a lot too. I really do. I'd be lying if I said I didn't. It's hard not to. And I wish I had some really good advice on how not to do that. I think the best thing is just when you are doing that, to have people who love you and care about you, people on this team who love you and care about you, to talk to and go to, and to make sure that they have your back and you can have those real conversations with, and who can be realistic with you. And even when you're feeling that way, they can validate where those feelings are coming from. And at the same time, be like, listen, like, you're being cray cray. Your feelings can be valid, but you can still be cray cray, You're valid, but you are awesome. Exactly. I try not to bully my brain, but yeah. Our brains are a little cray-cray sometimes. I'm great at anti-bullying. Yeah. Graces. Tinky brains, they are. Feelings are valid, but incorrect. Exactly. Brain be braining. It's true. Of course, Jelly. Of course. Thank you for being here. We love you, Jelly. Have you a good day. So what's next? I want you to update your SMART goals. If you don't have a section, which I think everybody here does, but if for whatever reason, and maybe you're watching this on replay, you don't have a section with SMART goals, or you haven't updated it recently, or maybe you take a look at your goals and you realize, oh my goodness, my goals are not SMART. They are just goals, which are good. It's good to have goals as a basis to build off of, right? You gotta have the goals as a base. Update them and make them SMART. No worries, squirrel. Have a good night, afternoon, evening. Love you. And find an accountability buddy. Woo. Or two. I need to get back on track with meeting with my accountability buddies. Or 7, Why do I need a buddy? You might be asking. An accountability buddy is someone who helps keep you on track and motivated as you work toward your goals. Your accountability buddy is there to help give you a motivation boost, consistent feedback, increase your commitment, mutual support, and better accountability. My goal with my accountability buddy is to meet, my buddies is to meet once a week or every other week at minimum, as our schedules allow, and to really like call each other out on our shit. You know, if your goal is to, you know, post 3 times a week, because posting 3 times a week is going to help you with bringing followers in to your streams, then okay, I see you posted once last week. What happened? Why didn't you post 3 times? Let's talk about it. What stood in the way of that? Or like, you did really great last week. You posted 3 times. Good job. I'm proud of you. You know? You give that encouragement, or you talk about what happened that stood in the way of why you didn't do the thing. And why it's a goal. And if it's not something that you see them maintaining, okay, well, let's look at changing it then. Like, you're consistently not doing this thing. What can we do to make it more maintainable for you? 3 times a week doesn't seem to be reasonable. It's not achievable. Okay? Can you do 2 times a week? Can you do 1 time a week? Let's make it achievable. Let's make it achievable for you. Because that's what your accountability buddy should do. Right? So find an accountability buddy, update your goals. Now, this is where I'm probably going to stop recording because I want everybody to feel comfortable coming off mute and talking. This is our venting and pain points section, where we can talk about all of our pain points with life, with content creation, with all of that. If you're going to talk about it, before you talk about it, please let us know if you're just wanting to vent or if you want solutions. If you want solutions, our goal when we want solutions is to identify what the pain point is and work together as a team to find those smart, see what I did there? Solutions. Okay. Let me stop recording real quick. And then yes, you can. So just a moment.